Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to the channel. This is Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold. So this phone actually opens up twice, hence the name Trifold. It is one of those pieces of technology that gives us a sneak peek into the future. And Samsung is actually not the first one to do it. I think Huawei did it first with the Mate XT, and then I've seen the Samsung one. I did not get a chance to check out the Huawei Mate XT, but I am getting a chance to check out the Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold. This phone is not available in India. It has been imported from outside. And as soon as I got the box, I unboxed it, started using this phone, and it made sense to me. Like everything about this phone makes a lot of sense. In this video, I'll tell you everything about the Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Maybe have a cup of chai as well. I'm going to start with a simple question here. Why a trifold? What's wrong with a normal folding phone? See, with normal single folding phones, there is a trade-off. There are two routes which companies can choose. Number one is the Z Fold 7 route, where the cover display is tall. It's great, very usable cover display. In fact, the cover display itself is like a normal smartphone. And then once it's opened, it's like a big square tablet. So because the cover display is tall, the inner display is square. So that's one option. Now the second option is where the cover display is not tall and it is kind of short and wide. A couple of brands tried this, and the rumors say that Apple is also going to go for this form factor, where the outer display is like a passport size, and once it is open up, the inside display is wide and not tall. And having a wide display actually makes sense for a couple of use cases. Number one obviously is content consumption. Most of the content is shot in wide aspect ratio. That's why there will be less black bars on the top and bottom. So anyway, coming back to the question, why a trifold? I think the number one answer for that is the form factor and aspect ratio. See, with this trifold form factor, Samsung can actually get best of both worlds. The outer display is tall, usable just like a normal smartphone, and then when it is opened up not once but twice, the inner display is a big 10-inch wide tablet. Like here's an example of a video playing on this trifold. The black bars above and bottom are very less and the content looks awesome. But I definitely feel having a wide inner display makes much more sense than having a square inner display. So that's one place where this trifold makes a lot of sense. And it also makes a lot of sense in terms of multitasking. The main reason why fold phones exist is to give you proper multitasking features. Opening multiple apps together, switching between them, and basically having a bigger canvas to work. And this is already a big 10-inch screen, but it also has DeX built in. So Samsung phones, when connected to a monitor, have this feature called as Samsung DeX, where it converts into a proper desktop UI. And this trifold actually has that built into the system itself. So there's no need to connect this trifold to any external monitor. It has DeX mode standalone. So opening multiple applications, having their windows, resizing those windows and things like that. I honestly feel that it's a very good phone for multitasking. You know, having YouTube open on one side, then maybe Chrome, YouTube Music and things like that. It's actually very similar to the latest iPadOS update. And I use Windows a lot on iPad. That's why I had fun using Windows on the trifold as well. And Samsung has actually done a great job with the thickness of this phone. When unfolded at its thinnest point, it is only 3.9 mm thick. That is insanely thin. And using it as a tablet is a good experience because of that. It does not feel bulky in the hand. And even when folded, it is not that bulky. It is bulkier as compared to the Z Fold 7. But fun fact, it is thinner as compared to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 1. And also Z Fold 2, Z Fold 3, Z Fold 4 and Z Fold 5. I pulled an MKBHD over here. If you get that reference, then let me know about that in the comments below. But yeah, I think it is pretty usable even when folded. You do feel like you're holding something big in your hand, but it's not to the point where it's uncomfortable. It is okay to use even when folded. So all these things are great, and that's why this phone makes so much sense to me. But with that being said, there are some downsides as well. First and foremost is dual crease. The Z Fold 7 has a single crease which is super minimal. This phone also has a minimal crease, but now that crease is on both sides. So I think that is a problem that brands will have to solve. Like the crease has to be faded more, because over the time the crease on a folding phone becomes more evident, you know, with each fold and unfold. That is one downside that I noticed. And then comes the downside of battery life. Like this phone has a 5600 mAh battery, and that battery has been split into 3 parts. That is great. Like on paper it sounds great, 5600 mAh, but normally a 10-inch tablet has 8000 or even 10,000 mAh battery. So I think with silicon carbon technology that can be achieved, and I'm hopeful that future versions of this phone will definitely have a silicon carbon battery. Because imagine this, a 10,000 mAh battery in a phone of this form factor, like that would be the perfect smartphone out there. Normal phone plus a big 10-inch tablet. Like next level. That's why I said it's a sneak peek into the future. And apart from this, the phone is actually a flagship one. Snapdragon 884 Galaxy with super fast performance. Opening apps, switching between them, everything works in a smooth way. And it also has arguably the best Android skin out there, One UI. It's a good balance of features and personalization. And Samsung has been killing it with their software for the past couple of years. This phone is no exception to that. It also has a good camera setup. 200 megapixel primary camera with a 12 megapixel ultra wide and 10 megapixel telephoto. So there's no major compromise on the camera. It can click really good photos and high quality 8K videos as well. And I also like the front camera on this smartphone. No complaints there. The speakers are good and there's also a fast fingerprint sensor embedded on the power button. Like that is insanely fast. In a snap, it gets unlocked. Now there is going to be a question here. What about durability? Despite this being like a futuristic gadget, Samsung has managed to give an IP48 rating, which is incredible in my opinion. So it is protected from dust as well as water. And Samsung has also re-engineered the hinge. It's really satisfying to open and close this phone. And while we're on the subject, the opening and closing mechanism of this phone is different as compared to the Huawei Mate X-T. The Huawei Mate X-T has an outer display. Then it can be opened once and the phone can be used as a normal folding phone. And further, it can be opened twice to use as a big tablet. But with this one, there are only two options. The outer display and then directly it can be opened twice to use as a big tablet. Which I think is okay, because then what's the point of buying a trifold? People will buy and use a trifold because they want, this big 10-inch tablet. I don't think anyone is going to buy a trifold and just open it once to use it. So I don't think that's a big issue. This gets me to pricing and availability. Availability is kind of an issue because it is available in select countries only, and that too with limited stock. And pricing is on the higher side, about $2,500, or if we convert it to Indian rupees, somewhere between 2.3 lakhs to 2.5 lakh rupees. That is right now in this state where it's just a sneak peek into the future. I think as we move forward and this gets more mainstream, the pricing will come down and more people will adapt to this form factor. But still, whenever a global launch happens, I'm not expecting it to be cheap. I'm expecting it to be expensive, and that is going to be okay because the Z Fold 7 itself is expensive. So this definitely is going to be more expensive because it actually has an extra screen and a lot of extra hardware, plus the R&D costs. I genuinely think that this is an engineering marvel. I get very happy when I see technology like that. So what are my final thoughts about this phone? As I said, you've seen this in the title as well. The Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold makes a lot of sense to me. A big usable outer display which can be used like a normal smartphone, and then a proper wide 10-inch tablet inside which can be used as a tablet. I think it's great for content consumption, multitasking, work and things like that. For people who actually buy folding smartphones for the productivity use case, they are going to be super happy with this form factor. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. So yeah, that's been it. These were my thoughts about the Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold. Do let me know what did you feel of this video in the comment section down below. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel because that would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye bye.